Hey, this is Anthony at Maestro Music Centers in East Meadow, Long Island. You can find out information about our store at www.maestrocenter.com. And if you're finding this video on YouTube, we have more videos and information about lessons and some of the written material that matches these videos on our website. At the bottom of the page, you can actually link to subscribe, and you'll be notified weekly when that's updated. I had actually a viewer travel a distance, a few hours, to come see me today, and in going over some things, we were discussing the brass pedal. I'm on a Roland. I'm on the Platinum. So if you're on a large model Roland, a Platinum, an 800, a 900, a 90 SL, even some of the older, smaller models, you have a brass pedal next to the expression pedal down in the pedal assembly. And he commented how far back it is, and I said, well, it needs to be that far back because your heel has to rest on the edge, the metal edge that's there, so that you can actually activate it. And I use it regularly. Now on a smaller Roland, every model except the AT75 has a little, like a brown, very short pedal that sticks out on the very right. It's the same idea as this. It's an expression pedal as well. On the Lowrey instrument, if you have one of the new models like Fanfare or an Inspire or larger ones, you can actually convert the main pedals to do glide and sustain, the same function. Or you can, everyone on the planet can use their left or right kick switch for glide and sustain. So this is not something that cannot be done by anyone. It's just I'm demoing it on this particular model today. So it started because we were talking about quick registrations in the organ, and I started to play a song, and I was using a preset. And in this preset, there's a piano with string on the bottom. And to make it more piano-like, now the string will linger longer than the piano. If I press it down, it'll stay till I release. So I use it to my advantage an awful lot. Now to use it, set your volume at a level that, works. Shift your foot over to the right pedal. Get your heel on the metal edge. Now I'm like a piano, playing it like a piano. Okay? Well, I guess I need to have the right preset for it to work. Okay, so I'm using this very lightly. But now I can let go, see? Now I can switch back to the expression pedal. The reason you can use it so well is because a piano, for example, doesn't have expression other than your touch, and the touch is on. So I could go into my song at the next part, I can still use the pedal if I want. It'll hold my sound. Look, Ma, no hands. It's set to operate the lower keyboard. All right. You can change which keyboard that they call it the damper pedal controls. So if you want to change it on your main screen, you touch the button that says Sound and Keyboard. If you don't have a touch screen model, on a Lowrey you'd press your Feature button. On a smaller Roland you would touch Utility, and you would scroll until you find this feature. But I go under controller on the screen. And on my controller, I've got 3 pages. I'm on page 3 here because I was in it before. Damper pedal, and it now says to lower. Okay, so I can touch that, and now it says to upper. Now it's controlling the upper keyboard. Strings on, they'll hold. But now it's not on the bottom. Gone. You can't actually have it do both. So you can't say, well, I'm going to have to do both. You can't do that. It has to do one or the other. On this instrument, though, I could also go in and I could make kick switches do other functions. If I wanted to have a function on the top, I could make a damper function happen on the upper and still use the pedal on the lower. The reason that it is set to operate on the lower keyboard is because this is the big keyboard. This is the one that's the piano, most piano-like of the instrument. So by using this, I have a piano basically. Okay. Pardon my errors. The idea. So, I think it's a really great function to have that capability on our instruments. I said last time when I spoke to you that these instruments are hybrid instruments. They are no longer one thing or another. I had one of my own customers say to me one day, how come, why would anyone want to play a cello? Because you can. And it's gorgeous, and that sounds amazing. And I grew up in an organ world, so the organs are still here, they're in it. I also was a piano player. They're in here. I've wanted to play the guitar, but I never could. I could play guitar on this thing. It's easy for me to do that. So it could be anything you want. They are orchestral instruments today. They are no longer one thing. So, if you're playing on a Yamaha Tyros and you happen to see this video, same idea. If you can play that, you can certainly play one of these Ateliers or one of the Lowrey virtual orchestra instruments, and you'd probably love it, because the quality of the sound and the power that comes out of them is just amazing. And the Tyros is an amazing instrument, I know for a fact. So I'm not discounting it at all. It's got some capabilities that are just amazing. But there's a lot you can do with these. Flexibility of sound is the biggest issue in putting the stuff together. All right? So thanks for watching. You will have a great week. Bye.